start of the new school year at San Diego Unified is just a few short weeks away, and joining us now to discuss how the district is preparing for the new year is Board President Richard Barrera. Good morning to you, sir. Thanks
Good morning,
for joining
Lauren.
us.
Absolutely.
All right, August 10th for San Diego Unified, bearing down on us quickly here.
It is, yep.
I don't know, some parents are like, yes, others are like, wait.
How did that happen so quickly? Yeah.
Like it or not, it's coming. And there are some new policies to talk about for this year. I know there's a new literacy curriculum. Let's talk about that first.
Yeah, so, you know, San Diego Unified, we've always been ahead of the state averages in literacy, but we really want to make sure that our students are learning the basics, learning the fundamentals, and developing that joy of reading that's so important. And so our curriculum tries to balance both of those things. Emphasis on phonics, you know, especially for the younger kids, the kids who just need to be able to decode words, but also a real emphasis on the kinds of books, the kinds of materials that kids will enjoy reading, and so that they develop that, you know, sense that reading is something that's going to be part of their lives going forward.
And I know there's, you know, I always hesitate when we say a new approach to teaching math, because I feel like we tried this a few different ways. Common Core was very unpopular. When you say a new approach to teaching math, what does that mean, and what does it look like tangibly in the classroom? Yeah,
I don't know that it's new. I think it's just developing the idea that students should actually be using math to solve problems, not just memorizing formulas. And again, that's not a new concept, but it is very important. And when we talk about, you know, our students prepared to use math when they go forward into the workplace or into college, college level math is all about making sure that you actually understand what those formulas are trying to accomplish, how you use them to solve problems in the world. And so our math curriculum will continue to emphasize students being able to think and to use math as a language, as a tool to help solve real world problems.
Any more emphasis on financial literacy in that capacity? Because I think if you were to ask a lot of people, you know, my calculus doesn't really help me in real life. But, you know, balancing a checkbook seems like times of the past. But are there ways to use those math skills and tools to help us in our everyday lives with financial literacy?
I think that's exactly what, you know, math should be. Financial literacy is, you know, becoming a requirement for graduation. So every student will be taking a financial literacy course, but financial literacy boils down to math. You know, are you balancing your checkbook? Are you figuring out if you want something in the future, how do you save for it? How do you invest, you know, to get there? So yeah, practical applications for math actually makes young people more interested in learning math.
I mean, you talk about investing, that's a huge, you know, way for us to gain wealth, you know, and seems like there had been issues on lack of learning that in high school. Yeah,
I think so. I think math has always or traditionally been something that kids at an early age decide, I'm either good at it or I'm not good at it. And a lot of that, again, is just sort of from the rote memorization of formulas and applying formulas. Math is something all of us use every day in our lives. And so it's not whether we're good at it. It's almost like saying, well, I'm not good at reading, so I'm not going to read. We all use math. We all are good at math. We just need to, you know, use it in ways that are helpful.
Yeah. Let's get to a very popular one, and that's screen time. I know you were listening to me rant about it, but there are new policies. I know a number of districts are trying to address the amount of screen time they use with kids in the classroom. Can you talk a little bit about what San Diego Unified is doing?
Yeah, so we are working on a policy that's going to evolve over the course of the year. But at the beginning of the year, we're going to disable, for instance, access to YouTube and access to gaming. If a teacher believes that, you know, those applications are helpful, they can, you know, put them back in. But the purpose of a school-issued computer is to actually work on your academics. It's not to watch YouTube videos, whether you're at school or at home. So we're going to be cracking down on that. We're going to be focusing, especially with the youngest kids, transitional kindergarten, first grade, on master that paper and pencil learning. There is a period where it's a bit too early, to just be bringing the computer carts out, and so we're going to restrict that. Those will be in place at the beginning of the year, but as we go forward, we're putting together a task force of parents, teachers, students, researchers to talk about what is the appropriate amount of screen time depending on what grade a student is, at what point in their brain development are they, and how do we really kind of analyze all technology to determine, is this helping students learn, or is this actually getting in the way of student learning? And that's something that this task force they're going to come back with recommendations by the end of the calendar year and then by the end of the school year.
So kind of a wait and see approach, but starting off conservative in the beginning of the year.
Starting off conservative, and I wouldn't call it wait and see, Lauren. I think we've got clear questions that we're asking people to take on, and you will see over the course of the year more policies put in place based on the recommendations of the task force.
And then the cell phone policy that went into effect last year is going to continue this year.
Absolutely.
Should we remind parents of what that is?
Yeah, well, what that is if your student brings a cell phone to school, we're going to keep it in their backpack all day long. And in high school, you could get it out during lunch and passing periods, but parents should assume that school is a cell phone free environment, which, when we did this in the first place and we talked to students about it, they were freaking out a little bit. They didn't know what their lives would be without their phones, constantly. And it's our students that we hear most from who love this, talking about actually having time to get to know other kids, make friends, get out and move around at recess. It's been a big success.
All right, well, start adjusting the bedtimes now.
Yes.
August 10th is coming very quickly here.
That's right.
And hopefully, you can review a lot of the new messages there from the school district on their website, but something to think about. Richard Barrera, thank you so much. Appreciate the time this morning.
Thank you, Lauren.
All right,
Appreciate
we'll be right back after the break.